Today we're going to be looking at Magic the Gathering cards that are not going to let you chump block my creatures. I'm going to start off with a card that I absolutely hate. We got the Monstrous Rage for a single red. It's an instant. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Create a monster roll token attached to it. If you control another roll on it, put that one into the graveyard. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has trample. Now, I have a lot of experience against this card, because every single time I chump block a damn Swift Spear, like a Monastery Swift Spear, my opponent plays the stupid Monstrous Rage, and then all of a sudden my chump block is worthless, and I get hit for like 5 or 6 damage. It's infuriating. I also have to play this in almost every single format now. Pioneer, Modern. It's a completely competitive card. I can't believe it. Okay, next up. Let's take a look at... Okay, what do we got? Okay, old boy says Champion of Lamb Bolt. I didn't spell this right. Champion of Lamb. Okay, it's a creature itself. Now, it's a green, 1 generic, 1/1. Creatures with power less than Champion of Lambolt's power can't block creatures you control. It's gotta be creatures with power less than, so like walls? Is that the only thing we're gonna be able to do? Alright, we're gonna attack through the walls. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Champion of Lambolt. Excellent. So the bigger champion gets, the more intimidating the champion's gonna be to our opponent's creatures. We got Sean with the Taunting Elf. Oh, we do a little bit of it's the old distraction. Hey, look, I'm over here to the bull. So the Charging Bull comes after the Taunting Elf because it's a green 0/1 elf. All creatures able to block the Taunting Elf do so. You're taking one for the team, Taunting Elf. And you did it perfectly. Thank you so much for your, I don't know, help, I guess. Elf decks wouldn't play these cards anymore. They just completely overpower the opponent with like Critterhoof Behemoth or something. We got Toad's Rogue's Passage. If you have any chump block, this is how you get your one big baddie through to the red zone. To the finish line, touchdown! Rogue's Passage, pay 4 tap, target creature can't be blocked this turn. Cannot be overtaken too fast. Yeah, it's funny. Is there going to be like a Rogue's Passage on any point in a plane at all? Just this magical door that shows up out of nowhere. And at the end of the tunnel is the other planeswalker's face. You try to when you try to think about this, it's like you might be sending a giant dinosaur down this alleyway, and on the other side of the alley is like your opponent. That's the flavor, people. That's the flavor. Okay, the Jaded with Exhaustion. Oh, this is an old one. It's an old card. It's even older than that. Oh, is it from Portal? What was the original one? Oh, this originally came from Portal. I think it came from the Saga block. It's a blue 2 generic sorcery. At the beginning of your opponent's next turn, they skip their untap. Okay, what creatures and lands target opponent controls don't untap during their next untap step. Does this count? Creatures and lands target opponent controls. This actually doesn't count. This is not going to prevent my opponents from chump blocking my stuff, in my opinion. All right, Christopher B with a Naya Charm. How charming. Okay, for Naya colors, it is an instant. Deals 3 damage to target creature. Return target card from a graveyard to its owner's hand. Or tap all creatures target opponent's control. You're all going to go to sleep now. It's nighty-night. Don't be sleeping on the job. You're going to get fired. All right, next up, we're going to take... Oh, speaking of sleep, we have Elixir's Sleep. Sleep. A blue 2 generic sorcery. Tap all creatures target opponent controls. Those creatures don't untap during that player's next untap step. They need a long nap. We all could use a nap around here. I used to nap all the time. I don't need to nap as much as I used to. But I also used to get like 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night. And now all of a sudden, I'm a grown-up now, and I'm like, you know what? My brain doesn't function off of 3 to 4 hours of sleep a day. So, you know, we gotta aim for 6 to 8 hours a night. And then I just don't take so many naps anymore. Does anyone that play CEDH play exhaustion? I have no idea. Answer for Christopher B. Sorry, not Chris. Answer for Tommy Sittens in the comment section below. Okay, next up we've got Kerfuff with Key to the City. Key to the City. It's a 2-mana artifact tap. Discard a card. Up to 1 target creature can't be blocked this turn. And also, whenever Key to the City becomes untapped, you may pay 2. If you do, you get to draw a card. The Key to the City, I thought that was just a formality. Like, I thought it's decoration. You know, it's just an ornament. It doesn't actually open up anything. In this case, you can get your creatures through the red zone. We got Pacers Fan Forever. Thank you so much. Goblin War Drums. The first super chat of the day. And Goblin War Drums is a red 2 generic enchantment. Creatures you control have menace. Beware of them. So you can't chump block them. You have to double block. It takes 2 to tango when the Goblin War Drums are out. This looks like a scene out of Mad Max, where they're all playing music and drums and playing on the guitar as they're going to battle. It's sort of like, you know, it's like I'm not a historian, but apparently there would be like some drummers in like like those super old wars. I don't know how far back, what, the 1600s, 1700s, 1800s, there would be like drums playing in the background, so you can go to war and listen to some music at the same time. That sounds ridiculous. Imagine doing that today. Anyway, I guess this is just like a modern day depiction of that, I don't know, custom of war. Playing music. Okay, we got oh no, sorry, this was a super. I have to go to the freebie section. We gotta get a freebie out here. I think we need a fantasy goblin movie of Mad Max. Maybe we do. Perhaps we do. Emperor! Access tunnel. Access tunnel. This sounds like something like a 7-year-old would say. All right, this is the secret access tunnel, and it's gonna lead us to the secret lair. It's just really a pillow fort that we made that leads to the kitchen. Okay, it's tap, add a colorless, pay 3, tap, target creature with power 3 or less can't be blocked this turn. Oh, strictly better Rogue's Passage, but for the tinier creatures. All you have to do is shrink down. You can fit anywhere. Okay, now we go back to the ecos. Thank you so much for your super chat. Bedlam! Aren't there a lot of them? Just stops all blocks? Oh, this is the OG Bedlam. Red 2 generic. Creatures can't block, including ourselves. But you know what? We're going forwards, not backwards. And we're going to go forward straight to victory. Victory, I say. Fortune favors the brave. Luck favors the smart, those with the initiative. Some other sayings surrounding this, but I don't know that right now. Okay, we got Pabno. Similar to the access tunnel is the Sandstorm Verge. It's pretty good for that. If they only have one creature, though it's a bit more useful to get around their 1 death touch blocker. That's all we need to do. Oh, it's a desert, so we can also sacrifice it to other desert cards. Tap for a colorless, pay 3, tap. Target creature can't block this turn, activate only as a sorcery. Ah, so if you have 1 chump blocker out, well, I'm sorry, it's basically worthless. Can't see us through the sandstorm now, can you? Robert, backside of Invasion of Ikoria. Oh god, I hate these cards. It's funny how few of these cards there are, but how often they show up on the show. I'm just reading the backside. It's because it's like I'm reading 2 cards at once. Okay, reach. For each non-human creature you control, you may have that creature assigned its combat damage as though it weren't blocked. It's like super trample. Oh, that card's sick. Yeah, that's a good one. What is the front side? Invasion of Ikoria. Just wondering why the there are some mono green decks in Pioneer that could use this thing. Okay, we got Toilet deck. Oh, Mu Yanling! I love this card. Really wanted to make this... Oh, which one, though? I think you mean the... Is the Sky Dancer? Oh, no, you think the OG. OG Muyanling. Blue, 4 generic. Oh, I was thinking of the other one. Sky Dancer. Okay, 5 loyalty, but +2. Target creature cannot be blocked this turn. You're not blocking anything. Now, -3, you also get to draw 2 cards. And also -10 if you get there. I mean, I guess it's possible. Card starts at 7 loyalty. Tap all creatures your opponents control. You take an extra turn after this one. So actually, it's got 2 modes that don't even let you chump block. We got a 2-for-1 deal with the Muyanling. 2-for-1 deal. Apparently, Calibri's wife. We all need a waifu from Magic the Gathering. Okay, next up, we're gonna take a super chat here. We're gonna take one from Robert. Oh no, we did that one, Robert. We did that one. We're gonna take one from Pacers Fan Forever. This is Iroas, God of Victory. Iroas. Looks like claiming the victory before victorious. 4 mana for a 7/4 indestructible. As long as your devotion to red and white is less than 7. Iroas isn't a creature. It doesn't look like Iroas is going to be blocking either. Creatures you control also have menace and prevent all damage that would be dealt to attacking creatures you control. Be brave in the face of blockers. You're not going to take any damage for as long as I lead you. Oh, by the way, if there's less than 7 to you, I'm gone. But remember my words. Forward, not backward. Tamperin says, has Dawn Flare Invoker been mentioned? Has now. Dawn Flare? Dawn... Is it Dawn Glare? I think you mean Dawn Glare. It does work. If this was a mistake, it was a good mistake. 3 mana, 2/1 flying. Pay 8. Tap all creatures target player controls. All of them, even the flying ones. You've been blinded by the light. You're like, what's it called? Like a deer in the deer in headlights. What does chump block mean? You gotta be serious, Jess. Do you not have chump blocking in your play group? You know when you attack with a 20/20 creature and then your opponent blocks with a 1/1 and it sort of feels bad because that doesn't seem like a very fair exchange? That is a chump block. That's what chump blocking means. Chen Bing with awesome presence. Awesome it is, I guess. It's a blue aura. Enchanted creature cannot be blocked unless defending player pays an additional 3 for each creature assigned to block the enchanted creature. It's like a weird, like reverse ghostly prism or something of some sort. Or like it's a reverse propaganda. It's like not your creature's attacking me, it's my creature attacking you. And if you want to block it, you're gonna have to pay up the 3 mana. Pay it up right now. Do I get the mana? We need magic cards where people have to pay and we are the net beneficiaries of it. Like you pay, all right, I have 3 mana. Wow, that's new design space. Did anyone think about that? Did anyone think about that? It's like you have to pay 3 mana. Your opponent can pay 3 mana. You can use that mana to cast spells and abilities until end of turn or something like that. That's a banger idea. Wizards, you can steal that from me. I have no problem with that. Elixir, the Curse of Hospitality. This is going to be a 3 mana aura. Enchant player. Wow, the whole player. Creatures attacking enchanted player have trample. And then all my creatures, everybody's creatures. Whenever a creature deals combat damage to an enchanted player, that player exiles the top card of their library until end of turn. That creature's controller may play that card, and they may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast that spell. Wow, this is an incredible amount of... There is a big incentive to attack the player with the curse on it. Curse you, hospital people! Curse the ambulance. I didn't want to pay for this. I could have walked to the hospital. What was the PayPal again? There used to be one as far as I remember. Oh, what? My PayPal? It might be in the description. Should be. Okay, next up, we're gonna take from... I mean, basically what Mana Drain already does. Yep, no, but Mana Drain... Oh, you're sort of right. But I want them to pay a tax. I want them to feel like they're actually giving me mana. Michael Ung with Ascendant Evan Carr. There's a lot of Ascendant cards. We have the Ascendant Evan Carr for a 6 mana 3/3 vampire flying. Other black creatures get +1/+1. Non-black creatures get -1/-1. I don't... You can still chump block off of this card, though. There's actually there's nothing like that. I report everything to the Canadian Revenue Agency. I was on the phone with them just the other day. They're helping me save some money on my taxes. They're actually trying to help. I was like, oh my god, am I in trouble? And it's like, no, we can help you further. So we're in good touch. I have a good relationship with the Canadian Revenue Agency. I have a very good relationship. Okay, Dinglebag, Audric. The Master Tactician. Okay, we have white 2 generic 3/4 human soldier with first strike. Whenever Audric, Master Tactician, and at least 3 other creatures attack, you choose which creatures block this combat and how those creatures block. So you can chump block me, but you're chump blocking my crappiest creature. And the greatest creature is gonna get right through. Next up, we've got... Oh, we have Emperor with a big super chat. Avatar of Slaughter. You like this one, don't you? With either Blind Obedience or Concordant Crossroads in play, they can't chump block if they have to attack every turn. True. So you're being a little creative here. So for 8 mana, it's an 8/8. All creatures have double strike and attack each combat if able. So the idea, it's like a combo. If we have something in play that like Concordant Crossroads, which give all creatures haste, then everything's always attacking, which means nothing is on defense. But what are you gonna do about... Okay, there is one loophole to this. What are you gonna do about walls? What are you gonna do about walls, Emperor? The one thing that cannot attack, or creatures that get to untap. There's a lot of loopholes to this. Next up, let's take Gavin Drake's two-headed dragon. This is the first rare I ever opened at a booster pack. Remember that, people. That might be a trivia question somewhere way down the line. Okay, it's 6 mana for a 4/4 dragon. It's got flying. Now, it's got big fire breathing, all right? It's got huge fire breathing. 2 mana, gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Now, two-headed dragon can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. And also, two-headed dragon can block an additional creature itself. Which always made me wonder, like, the Hydras with 5 heads. It should mean, like, it can't be blocked except by 5 creatures. And it can block 5. You should be able, for as many heads as there are on a creature, it should be able to block that many creatures. Probably is broken. Yeah, Nika Trivia might be very important for winning some prizes on some day or something. Not that I have anything planned. Just letting you know. And one of the trivia questions might be, who does Nikachu pay taxes to? The IRS. A, the IRS. B, the CRA. C, Guatemala. I don't know. Or D, Brazil. Okay, next up. Apocalypse with Shadow Sliver. Very shadowy. Okay, 3 mana, 1/1. So all slivers have shadow, which means it can only be blocked by shadow creatures. Would that still be considered a chump block? I guess, maybe not. I'll give it to you. Although, you know, what's it called? Dothy Voidwalker would have something to say about this, and that's a very, very popular creature that can still chump block. Pabnow! Phyrexian Obliterator. This actually is going to get disqualified. Someone asked me before the show started if this counts. It really makes me cry when playing Dinosaur Ramp deck. Because it's 4 mana, it's a 5/5 trample. Whenever a source deals damage to Phyrexian Obliterator, the source's controller sacrifices that many permanents. So, but the deal is, you can chump block it. I mean, it's gonna cost you. It's gonna suck, but like, yeah, Phyrexian Obliterator is chump blockable. You're just not gonna be very happy about it. Yeah, everyone hates Phyrexian Obliterator. Everyone hates when they have to chump block it, that's for sure. Okay, so we're gonna donate this one to a Shadow Walker. Do you get one already? Shadow Walker is saying Shadow Spear. I like that. The name. You should have Shadow Spear as an avatar. Have the whole thing come together. It's a 1 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 as Trample and Lifelink. But also pay 1 permanents your opponent's control lose Hexproof and Indestructible until end of turn. And also it has Equip 2. Next freebie. We have from Teamer, Prowler's Helm. Is interesting, you say. 2 mana. Equipped creature can't be blocked except by walls. Also equipped for 2. Alright, well, I let the Concordant Crossroads thing pass, so I guess we'll let this thing pass. How many walls are left? Are there any competitive walls left in this game? Well, the wall strategies, they're going down in value. You don't see those anymore. It's like the level, it's like actually a level -2 strategy you start off in this game, and then you learn to go play -1 strategies, then then like level 0 strategies. Then you find the command zone, you can, you know, actually play some good decks. Dangerous one. The Thorn Elemental. A staple in my 2000s high school. Ah, yes. 7 mana for a 7/7, and you may have Thorn Elemental assigned as combat damage, though it weren't blocked. It's like, it's kinetic energy. You can block with your face, but it's still going to the Planeswalker's face. It's the same, it's just like, what's that device? I don't know. It's like 5 balls and one swings and then knocks the other. Like that's the way I think of Thorn Elemental. It like punches a creature and then all of a sudden the Planeswalker behind it gets blasted back. Steven, Godsend has to be mentioned. It just has to. The 3 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +3/+3. Now, whenever equipped creature blocks or becomes blocked by 1 or more creatures, you may exile one of those creatures. Opponents can't cast spells with the same name as cards exiled with Godsend. They absolutely can chump block. This does not prevent chump blocking at all. I mean, you're gonna pay for it with your creature, but like, what do you care? So I mean, here's the deal. You're trying to prevent a 20/20 from getting chump blocked by a single 1/1. That's the goal. If the single 1/1 gets to block, you have failed. That's the whole point of this. There's no, when a creature blocked by 1 or more creatures, yeah, you can exile one of those creatures. So you sacrifice a squirrel, no problem. Kevin, Bonds of Discipline. You lack discipline. Where's Bonds of Discipline? Bonds of something? Bonds of Mortality? I don't think it... Is it this one? Bonds of Faith? Generic creature gets +2/+2 as long as it's unit, otherwise it can't. Nope, that's not it. Something of Discipline? Hold on. Discipline. Oh, Bond of Discipline. Bond. My name's Bond. James Bond. It was a white 4 generic sorcery. Tap all creatures your opponents control. Creatures you control, gain lifelink until end of turn. That's fantastic. We use a little bit of life around here. It's Bond, not Bonds. Did I screw up or no? Kevin screwed up. Don't worry, it's okay. We all screw up. I screw up more often than everyone else, so it's fair game. Gosier Tetsuku Umazawa. Fugitive. What if I just look up Fugitive? Great in all my wall decks. Alright, this is a 1/3. Creatures you control with power. Creatures you control with power 1 or toughness 1 or less can't be blocked. Good enough. You're gonna kill him with death by 1,000 cuts or death by 1,000 squirrels, one way or another. Okay, hold on. Michael says, if that's the whole point, let's Ascendant Evan card does the job. Flying. Oh, okay, a single 1/2 creature. That's funny. Yeah, I disqualified this earlier, and then this actually beats my example. No, I'm still disqualifying it. Sounds, Silhana Ledgewalker. Oh, I don't think this one's going to count because this is the creature itself. Silhana can't be blocked except by creatures with flying, but this is MTG cards that won't let you chump block our creatures, and this creature just gives itself evasion. So it's got to be a card that affects other cards. Feedy Fox. If the only requirement is 1/1. Elish Norn. No, we're not counting that one. Otherwise, Aqueous' form. It's more fun this way. Okay, it's a blue aura. Giant creature can't block. But that's not all, because for one time, sorry, not one time only, for every turn, whenever enchanted creature attacks, you get to scry 1. Okay, I guess I have to up the ante. Imagine a 2020 creature that can block your 2020 creature. Although that wouldn't be really considered a chump block, that's for sure. Next up. Let's go to a super chat. Pabno again! You're being very specific today. Okay, how about Fling? That's not... Yeah, well, the problem with Fling is the creature's not attacking. The creature's being sacrificed. That's a complete fail. So that one does not count. But we are going to donate it. We'll donate it to... but who hasn't got a card yet? I don't think Kano's got a card. Baloth! Baloth Baratil Entertainer. Oh, have we... Okay, I'm sure it's Baloth. Okay, hold on. I'm just going Entertainer. We're not spelling things correctly today, chat. We're not spelling things correctly, Coffee Crew. What? Entertainer. That's definitely... Oh, I spelled it wrong. This should have worked. I don't know what's wrong with Scryfall sometimes. Okay, 5 mana for a 2/5 Elf Shaman. Creatures your opponents control with power less than Baloth's Baratils. It's Baratils, right? Yeah, Baratils' power are goated. Sounds like they're the greatest of all time. And then whenever a goated attacking or blocking creature dies, you create a treasure token. Choose a background. So your creature's opponent control with power less than... This, I mean, under a right circumstance, I guess this works. Didn't we? We did Invasion of Hikoria, the flip side. Who have we not get? Don't know if Did Jess get one? Shifting Sliver. Very shifty, these slivers. Slivers can't be blocked except by slivers. Oh, it's like Shadow. So we have... So all we need is Shifting Sliver and the sliver that gives Shadow, and now nothing can block anything. Oh, unless it's also slivers with Shadow. Damn it. I've already screwed up. Anyway, Shifting Sliver works. Bojack Yellow with Skrelv count. Skrelv. Oh, Skrelv giving protection? Absolutely. That can work. So for a white, we have a 1/1 with Toxic 1. Skrelv Defector can't chump block itself, but for a Phyrexian and tap, you get to choose a color. Another target creature you control gains Toxic 1 and hexproof from that color until end of turn. It can't be blocked by creatures of that color this turn. 100% that counts. One of the main reasons Skrelv is so popular. Benovsky. Embercleave. Oh my god. For anyone who was early on MTG Arena, I'm pretty sure you felt the wrath of Embercleave. It was like in every format you played. It was in Standard. It was in Historic. We have a red 4 generic equipment with Flash. And that's... You know what? It was so painful when the red deck is coming attacking me with 2 mana up. It was always Embercleave. Always. Spell costs 1 less to cast for each attacking creature you control. When Embercleave enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has a double strike.
No! God, please, no!
Equip for 3, but that's useless. It's always for free. It says equip for 3, but is actually for free. It's lies. All lies. So, but we gotta tell... Okay, we've told enough lies. Now we're gonna talk about the truth. And the truth is FusionGamingOnline.com. That's my favorite place to buy my Magic the Gathering cards. I've pre-ordered my I've pre-ordered cards that have been spoiled and are available for purchase on FusionGamingOnline.com. I have no choice. I need to buy these cards. I need them soon. If I don't... There's also cards I still can't get. They don't have, what's it called? Sink into Stupor available. That's out of stock. It's like uncommon. I don't know. They're probably still like, I don't know, assembling them, getting them all together in the back in the warehouse. Now, I'll tell you what you also want to do. You want to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout when you're buying these cards, because you'll get 5% off you get 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank, of course, Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards on Magic the Gathering Online. Not MTG Arena, Magic the Gathering Online. This is a digital client that lets you play Commander, Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, Vintage. By the way, it's not that expensive to play Vintage online because there's no reserve list for digital cards. So you get to play with all the cool decks anytime that you want, especially when you're renting the cards with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below or save 10% off your first 2 months using coupon code Nikachu_OKM. And that is A-OK with me. Alright, back to Embercleave. Yeah. You attack me with like 5 creatures. It's Embercleave. I know. I know before you even tap the mana. Okay, next up. Blackbird, Ghost Form. Ghost Form. Up to 2 target creatures can't be blocked this turn. Wow, hold 2 creatures. That's value. Not the most reliable card. It fits the show, though. What is this? Oh, wow, it's 3 cents. I always figure if a card is above 2 cents, then that means somebody is buying this card. Somebody out there. They love this card. Okay, next up, we've got Clarinet Guy with Thundermaw Hellkite. This is Flying Haste. Whenever it enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to each creature with flying your opponent's control. Tap those creatures. So you want to chump block my Thundermaw Hellkite? Absolutely not. But also, if you want to tap my other flying creatures, absolutely not. Thundermaw Hellkite leads the way. What is the flavor to this thing? It's like shooting things down with fire. I don't know, they're disabled for like 1 turn or something like that. Okay, next up, we'll take a look at maybe Pedgeman. I used to have Venser, the Sojourner, in my birthing pod deck, both for blink and to finish the game. So this is a 5 mana, 3 loyalty Venser, +2, exile target permanent you own. Return to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of the next end step. -1, creatures are unblockable this turn. And also -8, you get an emblem with whenever you cast a spell, exile target permanent. Oh, that's outrageous. That is nasty. Venser and Teferi have a very, very similar ability. Teferi's a little bit worse, I guess. Teferi's like, the ultimate is like whenever you draw a card, exile a permanent. You just brainstorm. That is just insane. For Ginka with Amzu. Swarm's Hunger. This is a bug. Should do the trick. It is a 5 mana 3/3 insect shaman with flying and menace. Other insects you control have menace, and whenever 1 or more cards leave your graveyard, you may create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token, then put a number of +1/+1 counters on it equal to the greatest mana value among those cards. Do this only once each turn. Wonder if it goes well in a Grist deck. Fill up your deck with more insects. There's not that many notable insects in this game outside of like infect creatures. Eco, Sisters of Stone Death. All about big blocks. Block big or go home. Green, black, for generic for a 7/5 Gorgon. Pay a green, target creature blocks Sister of Stone Death this turn if able. Ah, so it's basically taking one for the team, I see. Green, black, remove from the game target creature blocking or blocked by Sisters of Stone Death. Oh my goodness. So, I mean, if you have 8 mana to play this thing, you can make an attack, make everything block Sisters of Stone Death, and then exile everything. 3 mana, put a creature card removed from the game with Sisters of Stone Death into play under your control. Good God! So basically, you're stealing creatures. The old swipe-a-rooney around here. Next... Arcanus Ultra with Silver Shroud costume. Very well dressed, I see. 2 mana equipment with flash. When Silver Shroud costume enters the battlefield, attach it to target creature you control. That creature gains Shroud until end of turn. I was just about to make like the joke. Imagine making a card called Silver Shroud costume, and then not have the card actually give Shroud. Equipped creature can't be blocked. Like, yeah, the card does not get Shroud, and but it can be unblocked. It's unblockable. That'd be. Anyway, I just think it would be funny. Pad now. Okay, you're busting out the alchemy cards now, huh? You have to stoop that low, huh? We got Stalwart Speartail. Stalwart Spear. The idea, last ability lets you blow up all the chump blockers. It's not about blowing up the chump blockers. It's about making sure they don't chump block in the first place. So this is a 3-mana 4/4 dinosaur with Enrage. Don't make dinosaurs angry. Don't get on their bad side. It's a bad idea. When Stalwart Speartail is dealt damage, other dinosaurs you control and dinosaur cards in your hand and library perpetually get buffed up +1/+1. Whenever Stalwart Speartail attacks, you may pay 3. When you do, Stalwart Speartail deals 1 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. This actually does not work. You can still be chump blocked by 1/2. Are you like 0 for 3 today on the super chats? I feel so bad for you. They can't chump block if they're well, but they might not. They might not be dead. Okay, we're gonna donate the super chat to Alex. Reverent Mantra. 4-mana instant. You may remove a white card in your hand from the game instead of paying Reverent Mantra's mana cost. Look at this. Free spells. I'm learning about free spells that have existed for 20 years now. All creatures gain protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. It's like a God's Willing, actually. It's free God's Willing. That's cool. Next up, we're going to give one to Abzo Nelly Borka. Nelly Borka, 4-mana 2/4. It's a detective, just like Batman, with vigilance. Whenever Nelly Borka, Impulsive Accuser. You did it! This is like the first person in Among Us. You're sus. I could smell someone sus from a mile away. What's your alibi? Oh, no. I swear I saw you in the lunchroom. You were stealing my lunch. Okay, whenever it attacks, suspect target creature. Then go to all suspected creatures. Whenever one or more creatures an opponent controls deals combat damage to one or more of your opponents, you and the controller of those creatures each draw a card. Cool. Next up... Oh, don't we have a super chat? We'll go to John. Would Roar of Challenge count? There's only one way to find out, John. There's only one way to find out. I'm gonna look it up. You paid to find out anyway. 3 mana. All creatures able to block target creature do so this turn. Absolutely. Ferocious. That creature gains indestructible until end of turn. Ha! Fooled them. They thought they were gonna just gang up and kill that thing. No. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater... Oh, okay. We need something big enough to make our smaller creature brave enough, it seems. Summer Mermaid start with the Psychic Paper. It's Paper Ascension. Changes name and makes the equipped creature unblockable. The Doctor with his fancy Gallifrey papers. Looks like his wallet. It looks like a new wallet, and it's empty. Doesn't even have the ID and the ID holder over here. Psychic Paper becomes attached to a creature. Choose a creature card name and a creature type. Equipped creature has Ward 1. It can't be blocked, and its name and creature type are the last chosen name and creature type. I don't get it. Hold on. It can't be blocked. That's all that matters. Its name and creature type are the last chosen name and creature type? We're just we're making up an identity? Guess we're just making up an identity on the spot. That's illegal! The Hilo Sopri. Hilo Soapy. Okay, what does repercussion count? We'll find out. Repercussion. Red 1 generic enchantment. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, repercussion deals that much damage to that creature's control. I will absolutely allow it. My chump blocked, but you're still taking 20. You thought you blocked. Pathetic. Okay, I'm gonna hit. Basically, I'm gonna hit you so hard, you're gonna feel it 6 generations deep. Your grandpa's gonna feel it. Next up, we've got Ecos with Elder Spawn. If an opponent is mono red, big L to it. All right. So it's this card just looks cool to me. This tone and shade of blue and this red is beautiful. Okay, it's a blue 4 generic. It's a 6/6 spawn. Elder Spawn cannot be blocked by red creatures. Sacrifice one of your islands during your upkeep, or Elder Spawn deals 6 damage to you and is buried. So actually it doesn't count because this card is only giving itself unblockable. It's got to be cards that give other cards the benefit. It's only helping itself. We need teamwork here, people. We need teamwork. So we're going to give the next one to Bell. Does Dothy Embrace? Dothy... Is it a shadow creature? Black. Target creature gains shadow until end of turn. I will count it. Even though shadow may not be the perfect for being unblockable, but good enough, I guess. There's not a lot of shadow creatures out there. You have shadow. Who's playing with shadow today? Does anyone have any shadow creatures? Outside of Dothy Voidwalker, that one's not allowed. Look, Steven agreed with you. Sorry, Steven. You're a little late to the party here. Or maybe you're just on time. Next super chat from Restian Serpentine. Rocks or Thorn Elemental? We did Thorn Elemental, so we do Rocks. Rocks was in a commercial and everything. This is green 4 generic for a 5/5 beast. You may have Rocks deal its combat damage to defending players, though it weren't blocked. You can also regenerate Rocks. Comes with regeneration. Okay, some mermaids are going to explain the white paper. White paper shows what they want to see. It's basically a universal ID. Ah. So what if it shows... I'm like thinking, what if it shows like an 88-year-old woman? Or does it always show the person who's holding the paper? Like it could show anybody. Even if it's this document is legal, but that's not you in the document. Okay, who has not got a card yet? Anyone not got a card here? EK didn't get a card yet. Spirit Mantle. Oh my god, I hate this card. It's a very uncommon ability. It's a 2-mana aura. An enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and cannot be blocked by creatures. It's like a huge beating. Like what else? Okay, what else can block it then? Enchantments that aren't animated. Oh, Restian Serpentine is like a high super chat before fully understanding today's show. That's okay, Restian Serpentine. I still appreciate it. And you know what? Your donation went to somebody. It did not go to nothing. It doesn't. The donations never go down for nothing. Can't be also can't be targeted by creatures. True story, Apocalypse. That is a true story. Corbanek, troll of Khazad-dûm. This card actually is interestingly super. Is that a common? It is like legacy playable. 6 mana for a 6/5 troll. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. And it's got swamp cycling. So if you need a swamp, you can go cycle it for a swamp. That works too. Bryce. Herald of Secret Streams. A Merfolk card. Ha! I actually knew it was Herald of Secret Streams, not the Secret Streams, but... It's funny, it seems arbitrary when they say the and don't use the. I mean, they could have fit the in here if they wanted to. It's a 4-mana 2/3 Merfolk Warrior, and creatures you control with a +1/+1 counter on them can't be blocked. But step 1, you need to play with Merfolk. Step 2, they also need to have counters on them. Umazao's GTA, does that even count? I don't think so, right? Because it's gain life, shrink a creature, and buff up your creature. Yeah, it doesn't. That wouldn't work unless you're talking about the new GTA. New GTA might count. I think I got to everybody, so now we're just gonna double up people. Toilet Duck, Ethereal Usher. This is a 6-mana 2/3 Spirit. Pay a blue, tap. Target creature is unblockable this turn. Also, it's got Transmute. So do you know what? If you really don't need this crappy ability, you go get something that you want. It's like those people They could give you a gift for Christmas or some other holiday, but they get you a gift card. You can get whatever you want with that gift card. Maybe even a boat if the gift card's big enough. Ecos, invasion plans. This is laugh maniacally with Stuffy Doll. I'll see about that. All right, it's a 3-mana enchantment. Each creature blocks whenever able. Okay. Attacking player chooses how each creature blocks. Oh my god, it's like banding. It's literally, isn't this just banding the enchantment? I mean, maybe not how we sort the damage, but it is going to be based on how we block. Yeah, you get to know exactly how people block. Ha. Each creature blocks whenever able, so you have to, everything has to block my indestructible creature. Ah, yes. Why, you said Stuffy Doll. The Stuffy Doll invasion plans combo. Then we have something simple from Feedy Fox, Lure. Put on a cheap creature. Sorry, cheap indestructible creature like Arwen. Lets you run through with as many big stompers as you want. Because for 3 mana, all creatures able to block enchanted creature do so. And Pabno. Okay, Pabno is like, if Skrelv counts, Chomano's Blessing. So you're gonna basically use inspiration from another card. Chomano. The Blessing of all things. You may play Chomano's Blessing anytime. You could play an instant. As Chomano's Blessing comes into play, choose a color. An enchanted creature has protection from the chosen color. This effect doesn't remove Chomano's Blessing. It absolutely does count. Congratulations! Pabno, you're 1 for 4 on today's show. But who's keeping score? We did Spear Mantle. Epic Nate. 7, Breaker of Arms. Sorry, Breaker of Armies. That's even more devastating. It's like Breaker of Arms, that's a pretty gruesome card. 8 mana, 10, 8. All creatures able to block. Breaker of Armies do so. And you know what? Breaker of Armies is up to the challenge. Doesn't mind at all. Take on all. It's gonna take on everybody. Breaker of Armies is that person at the bar that gets drunk and says, "I can take you all on. Or I can take everybody." You're an idiot. It's gonna die though, for sure. You can't take on the whole. You can't take the whole world on your shoulders. Eventually, you're gonna reach some limits around here. Who was I looking at? I got distracted. Argent. Cassetto. Orochi Archmage. It's a snake. 3 mana snake wizard. 2/2. Blue and a green. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. And if that creature is a snake, it's going to get +2/+2. It's going to be a buff snake. It's going to look like it's been working out at... Insert random gym here. Okay, we got Bond of Discipline. For donate if already done. No, we didn't do this one. Or did we do this one? I don't think we did this one. I could be wrong, though. White for generic sorcery. Tap all creatures your opponents control. Creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. I think maybe we did do this one. This was the one where it was, oh, it was Bonds of Discipline that I looked up. Yeah, that was the big F up. Okay, we'll give it to Manuel. Did you mention Audric? Master Tactic. Oh, maybe we did. Yeah, whenever it's like 3 or more creatures attack. Yeah, I think we did this one. Did we suddenly run out of cards? Well, hopefully we can use sudden substitution from John over here. 4 mana, split second. It'll be over before you even know it started. Exchange control of target non-creature spell and target creature. Then the spell's controller may choose new targets for it. What? What is this card? Exchange control of target non-creature spell and target creature. So what, like someone plays Lightning Bolt and I can swap it for their like 1/1 or something? I guess that's how it works. It's not stuff I control. I can switcheroony anything on the table. That is so weird. What a weird card. It's so blue. We did Bedlam. Broker Games, but what? But it's only a spell on the stack. Yes, it's only a spell on the stack. Bojack Yellow, Hazardous Blast. 4 mana sorcery, deals 1 damage to each creature opponents control. Creatures your opponents control can't block this turn. Maybe even some of them died. Arden says, if we're gonna go again, I want Rilsa. Rilsa Rail, Kingpin. A 5 mana 2/5 human rogue with Death Touch. Enters the battlefield, you take the initiative. And whenever you attack, target attacking creature gains Death Touch until end of turn. And if you've completed a dungeon, that creature also gets +5/+0 and gains First Strike and Menace until end of turn. Wow, okay. The key card showed up right at the end. There's a lot of setup for this card, though. It's not like it works out of the box. Is that the card that we... Oh, Exchange of Words? Oh. Did I... Exchange of Words. Did I miss it? Did I screw this up? 3 mana when Exchange of Words enters the battlefield, choose 2 target creatures. For as long as Exchange of Words remains on the battlefield, exchange the tech boxes of those creatures. I don't think this one will work. Like, I think if there's something to chump block, it's still going to be able to chump block. It's not going to change anything. Unless the creature you swapped with says it can't block. Steve Cooper says, we're going to donate to three more people. You got it. Not that there was anyone else in the queue at the moment. If it exchanges okay, I guess so. Yeah, you can exchange Trample. You get Menace, Protection from the chosen color. I guess there's a lot of things you can swipe out over there. Oh boy, Archangel of Tides. Uh, 4 mana for a 3/5 angel with flying, and as long as Archangel of Tides is untapped, creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control, unless they pay 1 for each of those creatures. And then I want the mana. I like this. I'm going to turn this into a Rule 0. Whenever you pay mana for attacks for somebody's card, they get the mana. And they can spend it as though it were mana of any color. As long as Archangel of Tides is attacking, creatures can't block, unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. Isn't that easy to pull off, though? So that if they want to chump block, they just pay 1. So it only works if they're completely tapped out. I don't like this one. Spectral Maniac says, just tuned in a minute ago. Did we do Cover of Night? Cover of Night. Doesn't exist. Cover of maybe Night with a K? Nope. Something of Night? We can't find cards today. Something of... I can't find it. Sorry about that, Spectral Maniac. I'm sick at home, half paying attention to the stream. Oh, I'll get better soon, Steve Cooper. Eat chicken soup. I don't know exactly what the sickness is, but hope you get better soon. Pedgeman. Still from the birthing pod deck. Elish Norn. Grand Cenobite. Opponent can't chump block. Oh, that one's disqualified. You can chump block with a 3/3. I know what you're trying to do here. Teamer. Maybe the Knight? Huh? What is it called? The Knight? Is there a card called The Knight? I cannot find it. No, I don't see anything. I don't get it. What kind of cards are we looking for? Cards that support other cards that won't let them get chump blocked. We did Bedlam. Is a great card. Excellent suggestion. Insurrection. Join the attack instead. Untap all creatures and gain control of all of them until end of turn. They gain haste. Yeah, you can't chump block when I steal your chump blocker. You're not wrong. And then we did Spirit Mantle. I think we did Trauma. Did we do Trauma Kratos? No, we did not. 7 mana 8/8 Kraken. unless it's attacking or block. It has hexproof unless it's attacking or blocking. Can't be blocked unless all creatures defending player controls block it. And that would be an insane block. Cover of Darkness. Oh, Cover of Darkness. Aha! The 2-mana enchantment. Comes into play, choose a creature type. Creatures of the chosen type have fear. They can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or black creatures. So sort of a pseudo, sort of unblockable thing going on over there. Epic Nate, Aragorn. The King of Gondor. Looking great with the crown. We got 4 mana, 4/4. When was Aragorn Jeskai? I can see, like... Actually, do you know what? I have no idea what the hell these human nobles would be. I mean, I guess he could have been Boros or something. I'm not sure. Vigilance and Lifelink. When Aragorn, King of Gondor, enters the battlefield, you become the Monarch. And whenever it attacks, up to 1 target creature can't block this turn. If you're the Monarch, creatures can't block this turn, period. That's what the king says. The king has made it law. You are not blocking this turn. Next up, Wandering Pict would Vexillus Praetor count. The Vexillus Praetor. It's a Custodes Warrior? Is that like a custodian? It's a white 3 generic, 3/4 flash vigilance, and Aegis of the Emperor. Commanders you control have protection from everything. Yeah, that would work. It makes commanders unblockable. Elixir with another super chat. Deluxe Dragster. Oh, a deluxe, you say? I love your buzzer. 5 mana for a 4/3. Can't be blocked except by vehicles. You know what? I'm gonna give you that one. Who the hell has vehicles in 2024? Whenever Deluxe Dragster deals combat damage to a player, you may cast target instant or sorcery card from that player's graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into the graveyard, exile it instead. That's weird. What is that, like a hit and run or something? Basically, you get to hit somebody and then you can cast their card. It's like, it's a strawberry! I have no idea what they're thinking in that set. Oh, Aragorn the Ranger would be Naya? I don't know. I'm not really good with the color palette, to be honest. If I were to make Aragorn, it would just be probably white. Probably. It would like white-green. Would it be white-green? I want to say Boros, because he's sort of a soldier, right? Aragorn's more like a sort of a soldier, but maybe I don't understand what the Boros are. And like blue is like too wizardry, in my opinion. Okay, we got Thompson TM, Boros, Battle Shaper. We have white, red, 5 generic for a 5/5. At the beginning of each combat, up to 1 target creature attacks or blocks this combat, if able, and up to 1 target creature can't attack or block this combat. Hold on, let me read that again. At the beginning of each combat, up to 1 target creature attacks or blocks, if able, and up to 1 target creature can't attack. This, I think, weirdly, like, this doesn't count. Because, like, something on the board still chump blocks, right? Like, no matter, at the beginning of each combat, up to 1 target creature attacks or blocks this combat if able. Oh, no, okay, attacks or blocks? Oh, no, it's each combat. Okay, so on your turn, it can be your thing that attacks. On your turn, and then someone else's thing they can't block. Okay, that works. That works perfectly. Is this gonna work? Toilet Duck Space Bellerin. It's got like a weird ability. Blue-white, 2 generic for a 3 loyalty planeswalker in space. Talking about the color pie, what makes Jace white in space? What does that have to, like, he's mono blue. He's like always mono blue. What makes being an astronaut turn him Azorius? Makes no sense at all. Okay, it's +1. Creatures in each sector can be blocked this turn only by creatures in the same sector. So I guess if you divided the creatures out, I guess that works. Arcanus Ultra, Jasmine, Boreal of the Seven. There's actually a Jasmine Boreal. It's a complete vanilla creature. They brought Jasmine back, give an actual ability to her. It's a 3-mana 2/4 human druid. Tap, add white-green. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells with no abilities. Creatures you control with no abilities can't be blocked by creatures with abilities. Creatures you control with no abilities can't be blocked by creatures. Doesn't seem enough, to be honest. Tap, add 2 mana, but creatures you control with no abilities, so your vanilla creatures, like the OG Jasmine, can't be blocked by creatures with abilities, but can still be so under some situation, if your opponent has all abilities, I guess that works. The fact he's not named Space Jace is also I guess so. Oh, we did Venser. Okay, next. Next. Who gets... Okay, we'll go Summer Mermaid Star. Sun. Quan. Lord of Woo. Give your whole board unblockable because nobody plays horsemanship. Probably. 4/4. Creatures you control have horsemanship. Get on your horse. And get in there. Crowcore Games. Silent Arbiter. Okay, 4 mana for 1/5 construct. No more than 1 creature can attack each combat. No more than 1 creature can block each combat. That absolutely fails. Of course you can chump block under these conditions. No more than 1 creature can block each combat. That's all I need to chump block. I only need 1 creature. Okay, we're gonna donate that one. When did we get horses? Since when did we not have horses? Crowcore Games is like, how? How did it go wrong? No more than 1 creature can block each combat. So if I attack with a 20/20 and they block with their 1/1, then they chump blocked. That's a definition of a chump block. Yeah, the attacker needs menace or something. Yeah, Silent Arbiter actually makes chump blocking even more easy. This is the complete opposite of the cards that we're trying to do today. The complete opposite. Bob Talks Bridge, Shadow Rift. Blue instant. Target creature gains shadow until end of turn, and you get to draw a card. And let's get to Maxwell. An overloaded Cyclonic Rift. Yeah, what chump blockers? Because they're all completely blown away. Okay, hold on. Can't believe I'm giving a suit. Okay, I'm gonna look this up. Cyclonic Rift. There we go. What's everyone's favorite new arts? I sort of like this art. But I'm trying to buy, trying to get this one. Is that what I'm trying to get? Yeah, I'm trying to get this one. I like the new arts for Cyclonic Rift. I never really liked the old one. It's like sort of iconic, but not in love with it. Yeah, you just overload, bounce everything back to their hand. Feedy Fox says Deep Channel Mentor. Specifically for me. Oh, it's a merfolk. 6 mana, a 2/2. Blue creatures you control are unblockable. And that is a beautiful one. Thank you so much for being here today. We found creatures, or cards, that make sure that our creatures don't get chump blocked. So if you have chump blocking problems, hopefully the cards that you've seen today are going to help your games. As usual, we do this show weekdays, 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you Super Chat to be part of the show, or Super Chat so that other people can be part of the show. And thanks everyone for showing up today. Oh, I love all of you so much. Crowcore Games, Eris, Arcanus Ultra, Christopher B, Toilet Duck, EKJJJ, Zombie, Ecos Deft Ownable, Cirrus, Toads, HGG, Old Boy Kano, Summer Mermaid Star, Verginka, Steve Cooper, Arcanus Ultra. Oh, we have one more for the road, apparently. Detective of the Months. The Months? Is that like is this like a prize or something? Is that like Employee of the Month? This is a 2/3 creature. You can't see it, but it's a 2/3 creature. It's for 3 mana. Ascend. If you control 10 or more permanents, you get the City's Blessing. As long as you have the City's Blessing, detectives you control can't be blocked. You know what? I'm going to take that. That works. That one works, Crowcore Games. It worked better than the Silent... It worked a lot better than the Silent Arbiter. So thank you so much for showing up, everyone, today. So keep brewing up them coffees, and we'll keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.